Memo akwa aba enen so adwumadi so. Ofre me danso. Me emranim for. Me wo Fortwell Solicitors. I wo North London. Eye Honzi. Na ye ben 10 Pike Lane Tube Station no. Ana fe so ye ben eye Wood Green. Ofri eye 10 Pike Lane e ba ye honoma eye one stop bus 41 ede wani a kire eye achwe no. A free eye 10 Pike Lane Tube Station enim. Ana so mpo onantia it's about 5 minutes. Na wedunti weda ne ye na betimi anante a obetimi anante e de aba ye wo eye unit 1 eye ground floor Katarina House eno wo 50A Clarendon Road N80 DJ enye irakwan kra enti no ofre Fortwell Solicitors anasa ofre mi mpo a 07874 108 821 07874 108 821. Maka ni say na mama okoko se de wasetena mutie ana wo ba o se wo be ka kire na yetimi ahwe sa wasetena nim na ahwe ne de agina so atrofo nyame nhira one kai say your first hour no consultation free yenyi sika bia Fortwell Solicitors your Honzi your phone number no 0203 325 7030 0203 325 7030. Yamishra, bye bye.
Yo, Ghana for you want English approach my moha. Ya sweedy. Yenya emranimfo a won akwatare wo emranimu a poto kasa mu ye kasa a lawyer for entimi nianom mumyemfo ye immigration ensem nyina enko dan wo mo Fortwell Solicitors emranimu akuku drofo se watna ha che ombeboa wo ma wonsa ka won krata na se wedi edon so a eyom kokokra eba ni nipa setena mu ani adwuma mu nsem bia omudim akotene pa omu wo mre di mani pa bia na de enika wo mu mponi se no consultation fee.
Fortwell Solicitors always puts our clients' needs first. We specialize in all UK visa applications, detention and deportation cases, student and work points-based work permit applications from both UK and abroad. Fortwell Solicitors also deals with long residence and human rights applications outside the immigration rules. Don't wait till last minute. Fortwell Solicitors is located at
Unit 1, ground floor, Katrina House, 58 Clarendon Road, London, N80 DJ, nearest tube station, Temple Lane and Wood Green, Overground, Honza Station, buses 41 to Archway and 144 to Maswa Hill. For more info, call 0203 3257 030. Call our 24-hour line on 0754 8701 011. Website www.fortwellsolicitors.com.
Opening hours Monday to Friday 9:30 to 5:30 p.m.
Thursday beyond for your Milton case.
Fortwell Solicitors is regulated by SRA.
Fortwell Solicitors.
Listening to GN Radio UK.
Okay, I
Anope ma mema wo achi na mema wo akwa baba bibiara wo biara megidi se wo ho pa yɛda nyame ase enede so wama ade asa achi bi yɛka ate asefo ho eno nti no divine selection ebi aka me no mienu nyina nti ese yɛde aseda ema onyame ene se de onim no ebenada 15th of February 2022 enre ya na Valentine's Day adofo da etwemu my just saying come in comment bibia but so them still am in comment ma me ma wakoba we legal hour jumedie na edru so na say Valentine twemu na hu ya ni ase ho because ni edido enti legal hour na edru so ma me ma wakoba ba bia wo biara megidi say oho pa me din de Mama Len me na ene me di dwumedie ho chia me ne Fortwell Solicitors Daniel Cole ena yedi dwumedie ba wa kwan so se de wonim no ebena da bia immigration sense mu nyina aha ena abeti no na wafa afutuo afrimu na odi wanamo asisisisi ye eno nti no ya chia wi ya mo akwa ba die na yedi dwumedie no hyehye so edi ama ene ye baba bedi enkomo na se de yenyina anim se obi man so ayete ne de ehun nsem bebre se ya wo wa ha pokra ya wo wa ha kra na se wo ma me mo ne o papa mo no mo niema nya wo kra no unyi ba bi gina na obese obi a ehye da kwa wo no ofie na ye de na ba ehun nsem no heja enu ntini se wonya British ni na wonya Irish ni a na je se na opese wo tena UK na wo ye adwuma ana so free ukrom tukwan ko ba UK hase ya na obe efa adwuma asem ho de ya na chese ensem pi enu nti ene ye ba bedi enkomo na me poto bibi kakra gu ho no mansa na mama lawyer akwaba na se de enim se skilled worker na intra company and then temporary worker are the primary immigration routes for non-British and then Irish nationals who wish to work in the UK. Migrants must be sponsored by an organization that holds a sponsor license before they can apply to come to or remain in the UK for work. And to know say they win no. And na ye baba bedi nkomo medi kan achichimu achiro nti se upese oba eye UK ha na so pese obeye edwuma wa ha na se wotena ha na wo ye edwuma ne na behia edwumakuo bi a wo mo ewo eye license a wo mo betimi di ato so se ye faw se be ye edwuma wa ha se ana se tena krum ha na ye edwuma na lawyer wa ha de wono abeje asem no na wa kirikiri mu de amaye hu de eko ni de sese wo ye na se opese wo ye application bi a kwan abefa so ni nyina no ene ye bedi nkomo ama lawyer akirikiri mu nti sabre min se bre no mame enko lawyer so na me ma na kwaba na emfa dwumedie no enhyehye so lawyer, good morning.
Good morning, Mama Len.
Pacho boko die.
Oh, nyanya don boko pa na unso e.
Yes, I do. Valentine na ekuye.
Valentine was say we dey intimi nkan wa.
There be yes I bet you brain nyina ntu de
Anyway, we da see we bring Mama Len anopa we chia ye tiefonia ama join and anopa say dia Mama Len kan ye no ne discussion no for sponsorship license no I'm say Mama Len Emma introduction ne kama so we share Mwa CCR no say upese uba krum ha say na ubeye juma uhia company sponsorship license. Na sponsorship license you know ebi mu bisa say dia adentina we are struggling to get it adentina ye sponsorship and for that reason you know ye feel say it's very very important say ye bema ye tie for education you know so that people are who may be more struggle to get this necessary staff mube here now they wait me as suggested I'm our manager say look I think say in your sponsorship license you bet me akofa nkrofo efifie amama beye ejuma amaye it's very very important say for the people we know, the business owners or more community will be aware of the implications and as a ways and means I'll be to me a faso now or they just sponsorship license be now with me a sponsor amount for now Omaba UK I have said the whole year introduction from 31st of December 2020 at 11 PM in a UK efi EU anymore. And for that reason, into first na nanka yetiminya labor efi the whole of the continent na ombeye ejuma ema UK no any hono bio. At the moment we EU national crap na person oba UK na obeye ejuma ebe here say ubenya company almost sponsorship license and so no metimi as sponsor even for EU nationals omuni pre-settled status any settled status already they need a company with sponsorship license. So sponsorship license has become a very important tool for people to come to the UK. I mean, so we share requirements and answer details. So open oba ahase na be ejuma na the job skill na oba be A level and above. You can say A level and above, and not necessarily say Nipana or Bano A level, but the job that is required needs to be above that level. And send away to me about the ejuma into so we share and say almost the BBT say care workers previously not care workers into me but with skilled worker visa, but omunya abeka but in order for you to come under this route and I said this visa it's very, very important. Say company na sponsor a sponsorship license. Now sponsorship license and people are struggling to get it. Either say they are not really educated enough and they don't understand the rudiments, the documents. If they understand, say a straightforward and simpler, and then for that reason, ask sponsor to meet their work force needs. You will say now sponsorship license, say open this skilled worker ever UK. Upesa would the intra-company transfer worker ever UK. That's intra-company worker. ABR or company back or Ghana. Our company back over UK and our company in Nigeria or back over UK. Okay. However, you want to take some of your staff members from abroad to come and work within the UK. In so doing, I don't need a friend intra-company transfer into which you transfer some of your workers from abroad to come and work in the UK. In order to do that, we have sponsorship license. Then we have temporary worker. Temporary worker, say ABR. You are not really looking for a long-term staff. Ope obi amana be juma amount 6 months. Ope obi amana be juma amount 3 months. And I say 1 year. And I say 2 years crown puna. A temporary worker because that type of visa route, ain't leading to indefinite leaves to remain. And many people use that type of workers in their environment, their business environment. A typical example, sorry for on my registered religious organizations. If you all know sorry, but here workers not on my for religious workers, or with drumming, with managing the church itself. Outreach programs, be workers near there. This is a route this is a license that as a church, you can take advantage of. If you also run charities, running charity we here workers on now my fundraising for a short period of time. Some are you better now in Crofogina Bontin now who donate charity. So you are running a charity in the UK and you however need staff members who will be able to assist you with the type of work that you do, then you may need a temporary worker. With all these organizations, you clearly see say sponsorship license, will help them to be able to do that. Say if you are able to bring the documentation that we need to make the application, then we will be more than happy to assist you. But in order to get that sponsorship license, a very, very, very important say you meet maybe a friend eligibility criteria and I say suitability criteria. And you necessarily say, company be a person or G license no abana wa bechi tendi. Say oba bejia the UK company and I say the UK Home Office for them. And say ubetimi a confirm it with the necessary documents with evidence to say you are genuinely operating a business and I say you have a trading presence in the UK and yes sir and your Home Office for the amount. Ntino obi onuma or just say or them or ye be keke ba or person find the bush and be eba and he feels the need say what is a sponsorship license be or intino on one be ye be not yourself their cover the bush and there be antisa. as a business, if you can say move forward, would like to see, say, you are really trading as a business or presence, or how you juma into the Sikaba bank account, as we anyasa enya idea on what the amount, say over home office for processing me eligibility criteria. Once you have been able to show that, then you are good to go to the next step, which is suitability criteria. Suitability, any organization be in your man sponsorship license, baby. Say, we organization now see a man sponsorship license, then we expect to say over what certain processes our business. One of the things that we expect to see with the business now, with the forward license amount, is human resource and recruitment systems in place are able meet with sponsorship duties, because say okofa and crofo no ma be ejuma ma na nipa na kwakofa na ban we dwane ana on bejuma na bejuma na omba. What processes do you have in place to make sure say you are recording all that? If they want to make sure say what we organization, you have a physical address and nipa na eba ejuma ono enye say ebia ba na ife wakofa obi as a recruitment ukofa ne ba ukra po wuni permanent office for so you have kofa nipa na now na third party say onko ema nipa no that will not work. There be no enye juma. They want to make sure say physical presence baby address be obetimi ama nipa na bede abeye ejuma at the amount. That is the reason why so we share recruitment companies they struggle a little bit because they are not able to process some of the things because we need physical address and nipana oba ejuma it is very important say if you can see will see all those things. I just say they are and one of the things that they need to know and so that we meet suitability criteria and they say more genuine vacancy. Because a genuine vacancy, and you say, because say Udi Obi Eba Krum has saying, no, I should be mewa no vacancy papa bia enche that ain't ni ho. Intino Miss Rewa say person we be sana, and we try our best say businesses on person recruiting fee abroad, more guidance all these areas into the so the vacancy nearby what type of vacancy have you got that you want to fill? You know, be discussing when you during the application process. Now you share and sign our qualifier. So don't say the organization or any of its directors have an unspent criminal conviction for relevant immigration related offense. Into say your business. Na wo directors na mo business ni mo no ya mamo any criminal conviction for immigration related offense bia wakofo bia ba na wama nipa na dwane na you've had a criminal conviction for any way bia na something na ebetimi ayede affected or application and yes sir we look at all these things share with directors and I say wow we director and also authorizing officer in the process what is the way background and yes sir then when you are coming to do the application you need to have key personnel no in Crawford Omo ebe manage portal now. Very, very important because you are giving the person a big authority and I say or known as a home office for no obey a point of contact basically. Okay. Because your mouth license now, the license that have been given to you, it is not just a document. I just say, oh, I'm a license, maybe I got to them, there be. The amount license and then they give you access to a home office portal and it is this home office portal and that would be manage migrant workers in so doing they want to make sure say whoever is managing that is a paid member of staff and I say an office holder who is a settled worker the person need to have a British passport. Okay. Indefinite leave to remain and now so say or a paid member of staff I knew say only restriction be a one in so for the person to be able to manage the license for you say you must have this in mind and then you need to factor in the time length how long do you want the person to come in? Do you want the person to come in for 3 years? Do you want the person to come in for 6 years? Because all these things, if you are it will lead to indefinite. If you are it will not lead to indefinite. Fortwell Solicitors, no ebe discuss it before we go ahead and make sure say wait to me a year application. Now, if you say in doing the application, what type of documents NIPA needs to provide, because I think a key factor for many people. Many people know they feel say, so we are a very big organization, multinational organization, and so it's not license. And we keep on saying on this program time and again, say, and yet necessarily so. When you listen carefully and listen to the type of documents that you normally need, now you will realize that many people will be able to qualify to get a sponsorship license. One of the things I mentioned latest audited annual accounts, if you are required to do so, because any organization and as a business they are required to have an audited account. But only audited account crown say if you are accountant or drafting or statement of account amount every year, that will suffice and only good enough so the better or the better application. The other document we would expect to see and send it to me a year application amount a year employer's liability insurance certificate. You see, say recruiting amount for a year ejuma emawa. The expectation is say one kasano uye unyama a year into one of the documents we want to see is enough insurance cover to cover any eventualities. If things go wrong with your employees, do you have the insurance cover that will cover your business? We need to see that. Very, very key. Then we also want to see proof of ownership of the business premises. Say I can say proof of ownership, and then necessarily say what or premises. Now renting. Now you've got a license to occupy a portion of a business center. Whatever arrangement that you have, Home Office for will want to see say indeed you have a premises that you are operating your business from. Once you're able to show us that document, we will be able to include that in the application. Some organizations may be registered for VAT purposes into VAT registration certificate. Very, very good. So we are registered with VAT, like what VAT registration. It clearly shows to say as a business, you are running a high end, like you are earning good money. Your turnover is above 80,000 for you to even qualify to register for VAT. Straight away, if you can say move forward, get to see say your organization is a credible organization and they look at that, and yet necessarily say you have to include VAT registration certificate. But if you have it, why not provide it? Because all they are looking for is for genuine document to show how, whether say you qualify or not. And VAT registration certificate may be one of the documents that you'll be able to provide in such an application. Sometimes share or corporate bank statements. As an organization, one of the things that people are able to determine say organization here dormant and I say it's operating the fact says sika eba on bank account and it comes out time and again. If more business corporate bank account provide the latest bank account for the application process and you are good to go. Say a application, papa. Now most of the time ansana obekwakofa obinwa beye ejuma amount. The expectation is to register with HMRC for PAYE number. PAYE number na say okwohwe o pay slip we ejuma ema obina say oje o pay slip obehu say ye wo PAYE number bi e wo sa pay slip so eno na e kire say nipa no wo taxes na wati efi wo pay nimuna or the aban indeed, because that is the document that you need to provide taxes to aban. Most organizations will have this document. Because register business I check so many years. So documents maybe on the accountant or even if any honomu crampa you bet me after HMRC and request for that document to be provided to us. It's very, very, very important we do that, and once we do that, we are good to go. Whilst the Home Office will say you should submit minimum document of 4 way. Important say some sectors they will have specific things that they need to provide. Say at this very moment, one of the things are very popular and also almost back up in the news more often than not, care workers. And as a care company. air companies, for you to be able to get a license, we want to make sure, say, we can see your CQC registration certificate. Very, very important. CQC registration certificate is one of the documents that as a care organization, you need to be able to operate in that sector. If it is specific to your sector, you must provide it, even though encounter 4 documents now, until we want to see that. Say we a religious organization, now we a church. And I say you've got a mosque, you've got any other religion. I wouldn't use Christianity alone, but any other religion, and you are planning, say, for religious workers, no matter we need to see a registration certificate to see, say, our premises is registered as a place of worship. So ultimately, I say, without that, and yet something that we will be able to succeed with the application for you. Something that you need to also understand. So we'll submit it or application. You need to give certain information and certain information, because if you what they need to do, you need to explain the reason why I will hear sponsorship license. Obi one more about lawyer me pay sponsorship license. So now we say now dating our sponsorship license now only ma the growth of what is yes sponsorship license into your non swaba or baby. Before you come to us and say set up a sponsorship license, you should have thought through the reasons why you need that sponsorship license, and you need to be able to explain to us. If you share your business needs now, you bet me out your draft reasons and I'm a home office for I'm an I come. Obviously, opening hours, any operating hours, and home office or so you need to tell us, and we need to give that information to home office, because if you want one person phone calls, I check it on the organization to make sure the organization is where it's supposed to be. Into no me after during working hours to verify certain information. Into no so application now you be here operating hours. You be here a chart of your way hierarchy into the ownership directors among your workers. If we organization were less than 50 employees, we will need a list of all the employees and their job titles. And that's when you have an organization that you have less than 50 workers and you're planning to make an application, they want to make sure they verify none of your workers is working illegally. You understand? And for that reason, you will need to list them one by one. Any ejuma, any position, and yes, a big issue. Say what they say way issues way near about the sign be saying then we are looking at the type and also the size and type of organization that you operate, because that will determine how much home office for an ever charge or any license fees are ubetia. For instance, any organization will make it turnover more than 10.2 million pounds, then it's a big organization. Or license fees in was we are less than that. They are depending on the number of employees who was less than 15, so what fees are with you. We say, how much will it cost me sell BG license? We need to know the number of staff that you have, your turnover before we will be able to determine. We also look at what branches were outside any UK, and then you also have to be able to answer the question, say, how many workers are you looking to sponsor within your first 12 months? Because without that, a very difficult application into so application, you have to think about all these things. Sometimes now you have identified somebody already. You are planning, say, when we do the application. So if you've identified somebody, whether it's any pan UK has said that, and as any pan amanonia, making sure so will be provided some information at their mind near to me at the account license application and who amount. Miss will be license application making a very, very technical, and ideally, my advice I'm the man for is you need to seek professional to assist your company, because you don't want anybody who will ruin your chances. If you make an application for a sponsorship license and you are refused, you will be afraid of cooling off period. Cooling off period near about 12 months. For the next 12 months, any application bill for another sponsorship license. So it is very, 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 very important. Say before you make an application, you are doing the right thing, you are following the processes, you know the person they are giving it to, very experienced, and the person can be able to do it for you without any issue. I don't know whether you have any question at this stage, but if you do, remember where this question. If not, so the call to the next step. What you will license area, client I will be fast, so I will be sponsor our employees under the
lawyer. Remember what was one me ba me person me ma obi a wa join here for now, not so akwaba na omu ehuni e continue. Remember what was so na fe we are the questions e ho so e de amount. Abusua wasugu so awutie legal hour jumedie aha ye GN radio ebnada bia na ye ba wa kwan so 10 ne sorry so 11 na ensem biara e kire so efa immigration system na ha na betini nyina anase niema ebedadwa ewo home office no lawyer si didi breye emayani eda ho kan hu se ha ye kwan chenti niema ni nyina na ebetimi a kirikiri mu nyina yie ede amawo na ebre no so ye bretie wa bi nti se upe so ko hu lawyer eno no ebeboa wo kwan bebre so se ubuki appointment na wakwa ko hu wo na kai hu se initial consultation no free eno ye nje wo hwe eno nti no obomodin ya na wakwa ko hu wo ye kasa ya mede Fortwell Solicitors omo number betu dwade ama wo se bomodin ya na efre wo mu buki appointment ne ko hu wo because radio no so de unsem ni nyina ne ye ntimi enyi ya no ma na ha se susu no enye nsem bia na wo busa betimi a kire mu yie ede amawo nti se wokọ na wokọ hu omo a ene ntoboase mu na no betimi abusa question bia wo ho ho no Nicodemusly no obi ante de wokobusa ye obi animu asem na wabusa na omatimi ato omo boase a kirikiri mu etimi aboa wo kwan a omo so betimi afa so aboa wo enti no se wuti adwumadie wonim se bre esemu ne ebie phone lines ne tum eno ne ye bi asem bia ye quick one bia pese wo hu na aboa hu di ko hu wo mo eno de ba ebetimi ama lawyer yi ano ede amount enti en studio lines no me de betu dwa ede amount troto ho no mo na lawyer ano si ewo ni nchirechire mu na ubetimi afre na obusa question bia e chiro so aha ye GN radio numbers no ye 0203 735-8820 0203 735-8820 anase free WhatsApp mame message anase audio Fafa 0778-793-9958 na ade baako so abetimi aye pa ade aboa ye ne se wo hwe e wo Facebook a like it na share ma boni de huro wo dwumadie so se de mo a wo like dwumadie na wo share no na Facebook fo ni hu se dwumadie ye dwumadie a eboa nkrofo pa na omoso bomodin a de ko ba bi bebre ma nkrofo eti enti me magi ni free entete kwa hu free entete ho ne entie wo de wo ba click so ni ehu se wa join ni program ni ebetimi abo odin kura chiaw enti no like ya na wa share na wa ma obi so etimi atibi ebia ne asem na fa ho but ebetimi aboa wonua bi ntino sharing no eboa na liking no so eboa ntino ye ne sa pepepe na efama ye ene komo bebre na ye di hu komo na mpese lawyer to ne bo ase kirikiri mu na okasa na no sia na o asem bi a me pa cho frɛ ye ana ase text me read ya ma lawyer yi anu nyina de ama lawyer me da ase obetimi ato aso de ama ye
yo me da si bebre mama line say dia wo kan ye no mo amutie no if you are benefiting from it koso na share my na microphones and benefiting say dia na me church mu about skilled and as a sponsorship license no say nyame wa dom na wunya sponsorship license ni area you need to take it to the next step. The next step is a plan a ube faso a ube sponsor microphone na omaba UK. You you have to understand say there are two processes asima ye kan ho there is the process business or the bed would be nya license and only one aspect of it what the documents no bibia wie na wonya license ni area ya they bro mama len business mama len company limited enya sponsorship license CCR no mama len per se okofa worker efi amano ne na omube boa no ebeye ejuma. So we go to the next stage yenya yenim say after Brexit, we are really struggling. A lot of businesses are struggling to fill their positions into, having the sponsorship license, and it comes with so many benefits. It allows you, say, wait me akofa a man nipa efi outside. Now, in order to do that, you have to understand, say, first and foremost, the person needs to be a skilled worker. Yeah, because a skilled worker, what if you for me is Nipano is working at a place which is more than A level and a level 3 and above. Okay, so we'll share we anymore level 3 and above. So they are from the beginning of the program, and you necessarily say Nipano A level and above, but the job the person is doing, should be that level and above. But ansana obefa Obi now Odena Abba Krum has said with skilled worker visa. There are certain things that you need to know and understand. Say, Nipana Okakofa na bano, will the person be excluded, and as will the person be refused based on certain things that has happened in the past? And and some of the these are some of the due diligence as a we Oba lawyers honoma yebechel and yebechel at the amount. Say, is it possible? So it's broadly speaking, say Okakofa be aba na nipan a subject for the subject of an deportation order, and yet adia yede krata and everman straight away, you don't bother to do it. But say nipan Irish national who here sa application way into me at the aba. You also need to understand certain grofwa or may breach immigration laws in the past. Application for this can be a little bit difficult for them, because I know one of the questions that in Crofo etabisa program is say, oh lawyer me wa say me ni nkrata o ma sorry for person omoboa me na nka minya nkrata ombetimi aboa me na. This clearly shows say it is not possible, because you have previously been in breach of immigration laws, and for that reason idea omo ebede omo be a refugee application. I must, however, use this opportunity to clarify certain things, because you can't say I na echo confuse other people be a emfa or mohu. But let me say it clearly, and I mean whilst we are talking about in Crawford or more have been in breach a bit me affect you more. Say if at the time Abia Uwo Krum has say where you are in breach of immigration rules until we are illegal. Now you decide say okay, obi per se or responsibility per se me kofia. You need to understand, say, if one kasa ukofie voluntarily, and your home office for the catch or say kofie, now wa ukotwa plane tickets, now person over back under this router. Just a wait now a fee for at least 12 months. And start waiting me a year application under this route. I'm a back into first and foremost, you have been in breach. Wabitina Krum, you were illegal. Wawa for plane. Wow, do sika ediako obian show obian valet and bro se ko na se ukofia so utina fie 12 months and sana we obi etimi as sponsor as a skilled worker amawase timi aba back. However, say bia na wono kojomeni wa na adwen se opeso okobon ko peso okonko na bia ya che no okay ye chi na no si papa if you can say move away watch me and but nyameko nyame de misika be try me ticket e dey akọ and the person use even though ye che no e ma ye ka che ne say onko but on why you see the sika e dey try the ticket e dey akọ there ubetimi aba back and ubetimi aye application within 2 years. After 2 years ubetimi aye application as a skilled worker ama wetimi aye dey aba back. It is okotina fie na say less than 5 years enya dia ombebema less than 2 years enya dia ombema visa and now with the aba under this route. The other aspect nso ne say bia ukọ voluntarily bia wa na ukọ ye oti onuma o bre kronimu nyama enkoyie emma and then you decide say back of home office was say home office one person me coffee but this can be track tickets e dia ko it's we track tickets e dia man media qua. Of course, on Beyama, on be tickets media continue. You have left the UK at public expense. If that happens, unless you say waiting now a fee for at least 5 years, and Sana waiting me a waiting me about Chrome has say intina won't not fee for 5 years. Obia tries or do back even under skilled worker routes na enya dia ebefa. Na say ye deported. Would you say, oh, media men call near best so gidi near the call they've deported you or they've removed you as public expense. When you're 1 hour, why just a walk on one or more chair on one side, you would seek a car ticket at the mount if fee chrome has said, dear, then minia beman, a minia bar. This is waiting a fee for 10 years, and Sana waiting me Abba has say, even under this skilled worker route. I don't see something that you need to be able to understand. And yes, yeah, the application here farmer. So we a business owner now you are thinking, say, Uber sponsor will be Abba Chrome has say under this router. These are some of the questions you need to ask yourself. Say, Nipano, has it been in breach of immigration rules before? Because you don't want a situation where 1 year with due diligence. Now the application, refuse application. We need to look at all these things. Sometimes not but a very big problem. Say if year application and now you've done an application in the last 10 years, now you try to use deception. Until let's say Ebiana obi ama invitation say bra insra hwe e UK. Na ya ma invitation wa ko twa bank statements are enye papa de account. Na if you can see move for actual ya ma 10-year ban. So that 10-year ban, it applies to this application as well. For Obasa we application ever has say as a skilled worker, you will not be able to do this. Mamin used to the same time I can't say same way say ban ya can it does not apply to Nkrofua or mobile ads under human rights application. Say wako ware awoba UK. It does not apply to you. And then a young Nkrofua it say, hey, lawyer, me chia bema bi me chia oba bi or a British person me ware no. But obiasi mi kofi na membra ba matise me kofi a ebe ban me ma me rem. Me say bebre ban asemi America ho asem no. It does not apply to human rights application. It does not apply to spouse visa applications. It is a way should be na o person ware no na yesi kofi bra. Ben ko country obi say me say lawyer ka say me kofi a say me train 10 years, me kofi say me train 2 years. It does not apply to you. Quantity when say free consultation. Friend, I be say money and sometimes they may refusing the panel for failure to provide information. Until be all normal. Okay, and say onkoye application. I see onkoye biometric details. Often in sa onkoye born in sano. Say oh lawyer medium in sano dear. In some hole in sano dear. In some way, ultimate country on consonant on born in son. Look, if you don't provide that information, they will not give it to you. Another thing that people need to understand and they say, so what the NHS car a big issue. In Krata anymore. If you have a debt of £500 or more, or the NHS car into the obi honoma ebiana oba instruction oba ye no na nyamia na dom na one of the trails no abewo ekrum ha owuwie na NHS e de eka be £5,000 at Breno and now £10,000 at Breno or say lawyer media as can mini bia me betua me komi chrome cra if uko chrome na nyame wa dom na obi si opeso ma wejuma na be ye ejuma o chrome ha na woji any of these skilled worker routes that enya dia ye de be den ye de be ma because what they can and now the home office for so council enya dia ye de be ma very very important because if you wo honoma e bia ya chill ye de wo ko yeah, they will call the home office for court. We lose the case. If you on my court, ni etini a bulk. If omo bulk na you decide say enya dia obetia, then remember say enya dia obetimi abaha say under this route. One of the key questions many people I believe may have on their mind is it possible so we switch it to this category whilst over UK has say individuals in the UK or on another immigration routes can they switch or make change from a visa routes not almost their banner mpacho say oba krum has say under any of the following routes are any possible say oba switch it untimi switch it so krum has say with visitors visa Untimi ka se me ba nsra hwe mba be sra me ma mba be sra papa mba be sra me nya ba me nya bema oba ha say no wa sorry for person wo ma work permit na utina krom ha na we adwuma nti so me pese me kobio mpese me switch na me ye adwuma e wo krom ha enya ade a efikese for edebe ma o the visitors visa eba krom ha you cannot switch. What the short-term student visa eba enya ade a wetimi either a switch. Ye ka say short-term student visa e bia na oba school for less than 6 months and below. And no a short-term student visa enye tier 4. Enti no sa type of visa no o the back room has here enye ade a wetimi a switch. Obi wo hono mo nso a na ne ba e wo ko school e wo krom ha say into your friend period of child student visa e bia wo de wo ba aba krom ha say so on besua ade ni ama okwan se bra na behwe wo ba wo bedu ha say a wo say eh abrochi e do me pese me ko bi pese me so bit na ha bi nti pese me application na me switch enye possible. Those people with seasonal workers on my farm so mo be adwuma farm so ne pig farmers ni ade na ye fan ko for eba na saying so what has say now so when you eduma for now person switch ya enye possible so coffee now cause submit application. There are other applications or honma enye possible so over switch but whatever be the case, you know, if you contact us we will be able to look at it. In order to make an application, one, there were English language requirements or fair but no better discuss the details because I'm time kakra echo. We need to also meet the friend financial requirements what can be our account and unless say company non person more file no be A rated and they are happy to maintain you and no year course year certificates in Amawa. We will discuss that with the company to make sure say we cover you on that front. In tonight, saying yes, this can be a good bank account extra. Most of the jobs that you do, your minimum salary level. In so we share home office for our code. Every job role bia ewo UK bia ewo code, believe it or not. The Office of National Statistics are categorizing every job under one category with a code, and under that there's a minimum salary that is expected. Into Obana also percent we solicitor. There was salary, minimum salary we expect say will company able to and sanity as sponsor. Oh, banners up as a care worker. Your minimum salary as a company in all file so be to at least 21,000. I guess I me and sponsor under these schemes. Obviously, no, there are some fees being there you need to look at the home office fees, immigration skills charge, health care charge, all these things in a when we are dealing with the application itself, we will go into details and make sure say we deal with working for third parties. Is something that you need to be aware of. A sponsor must not assign a cost to a worker for a role which amounts to either you contracting out to undertake a job for somebody else. And only a very, very, very important. Say that cancer seminar in the beginning of the presentation, but something that you need to be aware of. Say so we are agency company and then you assign the person to a third party.
And there's a one one or
that is it.
Okay. Now questions now abane share brand call 48 minutes past 10. So the name say be story dwumadi so 11 and so question no dey ba na dey abantem na maye na makenkan ti sabre dey BA lines no atomu me si number ne so bia ma bia mu ama say we antro 0203735820 studio line obetimi afre no wabusa question animu ya ama lawyer ya no ama wana say fabra 0778793998 so lawyer we every coffee hono the wabusa ne say sponsorship license no is it for everyone and no any question or say is it for everyone and I say who can go for a sponsorship license the coffee person who no
Minya Beba Kofi, so beginning of the presentation, and me the type of organizations and then what documents are you be here fee company and the before you be me bomo na omaje sponsorship license. Clearly no, if as an organization ubetimi provided these documents amamia, then you will qualify for it. Any problem into any organization that things or considering. Let's put it in practical terms. Yeah, Fortwell Solicitors, if you come to us and you tell me, say, I have a company, me person me yeah sponsorship license. You know, we have the initial free consultation. You know, we bon come maybe say one or two questions to understand the nature of business away to see say possible say if it's me ajama and I say it's me enjima. If from the initial conversation, informal conversation that we have, we see say ubetimi provided certain documents, we follow it up with a questionnaire. When you are in charge, we haven't charged you for any of these things. You will send a questionnaire at the amount so that you take your time, you complete it. And yeah, long questionnaire, be a first coffee, which means you should bear 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and they are filling form at the amount. Once we have obtained that document, I will be able to tell by looking at the answers you've provided and they say Uber qualify and I say won't qualify. If you qualify, we will advise you, we'll tell you our fees, and then we give you the list of documents that you may here so that you can provide it. If your trainer won't qualify as well, we will let you know so that we and tell you the areas of your business you need to improve on. And so that we back, I'm hitting me up. Wow, I just sponsorship license. These are some of the things that we do at Fortwell Solicitors to help your business clients to be able to sponsor people.
Na lawyer na wo kasa no ka bibi about CQC say nipa no timi obi obetimi register with CQC no force by force say nipa no so register with CQC and so one register with CQC and no qualify ana
CQC registration certificate for organizations that they work in the care industry. Okay, unse organizations be honoma almost provided care workers at the care companies. For them, they do not necessarily need CQC registration. Okay. For them, if they decide say they want to get a sponsorship license, they will be able to get a sponsorship license so long as almost just sponsorship license na their for workers abe ye juma mo office. They say mo confer sponsorship like we confer workers aba na mo da care workers. There's a difference. Say we a care organization I will run a care home and I say we run it if you want no friend auxiliary workers and I say this our word na mo use if they will provide workers a kokofo fee ko show mo and any different. Okay. Then you may need a CQC before you can get a license, because obi ohonoma or provide offer workers, omu ye juma mano on one kasane company. However,
domiciliary one no na wo kanana.
If you provide such a service, any agency work per se, your business, they are your own care workers. I'm report it to you. You see, in doing the application, home office for person who say you the organization, you have control over workers. So where can I be Juma and na? Wow, the owner, no, you will be able to tell say the panel and they want to understand that and some of the license number. When you call us, we will discuss all these things without paying any fees. We will do the initial assessment and we can advise on what needs to be done. Okay.
I'm a do fear say now we can a breach of immigration rules. No person who says say be atna ha oni eniema na who can access on one kasa kwa. Ebi wo hono ma years ni ade a ese wo spend wo hodo no pese wo hu ne se okay oni hwe ene ya twero ne se wo free hanko enye wo mo na de ne koe wo no ane betwa ne ticket akọ no how long na o ese wo twen ansan wetimi asaba back e wo krum ha se ba se skilled worker we say ni ade ne se so de ba.
Okay. Se uwankasa na ulivi voluntarily. Okay. But almost sure na would do sika a koya. So it's near 2 years.
Okay. 2 years. Okay. One I'll do sika koya.
One I'll do sika koya.
But almost sure.
Yes. Almost sure. Say maybe within 6 months of being given a notice. Let's say uni krata. Unye waje sa ubeko. Na ye the letter abrel. Okay. Yeah, the letter ne brel within 6 months I catch you say fi krum hano. You leave. Why would you seek a ticket? A qua. So it's not fear 2 years.
Okay. We see me brand me was 6 minutes now. My main lawyer number and to ML for the sake of union momutie or radio no so because he be free so exactly 11 he be free so ntino Fre Fortwell Solicitors office line is 0203 325 7030 0203 325 7030 and no Fortwell Solicitors office line Fre omo ne bookie appointment na efa wonsem nyina ko hoto obo ase na church niema mu chire omo na omuntimi emboa ana so betimi ya contact omo mobile number 07944976161 07944976161 eno eso ye mobile eno so betimi arechi omo so na omo etimi ebuki appointment ama kai say initial consultation unsi hoda onko free bibia mu da free na wako hoda dia me pacho I don't expect to say be free sir because afi na wo ko ho a wo to bo asiko na do questions nyina kwa ebe kama edi ama will say opesu ohun say fingerprint say take fingerprint how long na ebe take answer na free system ni na so person osakoya another one because you all can you say I take you deep akubia okan and take you fingerprint na bibia ni na okone yesaya with details beba out ntino opeso won say how long the free system ni say what take here e betimi free mu
if I tell you say I know how long they keep that data then I'm deceiving you meaning how longer or keep it biometric way data. So we share data protection rules. Now, most organizations, are expected say after 6 years, they will destroy any evidence and as any documents that they are not using. But Home Office for it's not any other company, and as any business. So I believe say sometimes, they make it data protection requests, and as they make it data access requests for people even 10 years back, they're able to give us that information. I do not, I'm not in a position to advise say this is the time on we fee system anymore.
And na just say a honey sa honey kwadi entimi mboa na mpacho women she be about a key personnel say be a obi a okita license na so onya why na ebetimi afrɛ say oye key personnel na say o say nipa nitimi nya no obi say obi ben obetimi aye key personnel ama
when it comes to key personnel, you are looking for senior manager, senior director in the company.
Okay.
So about the key personnel who run the sponsorship license, there are some parts that you can outsource and there are some parts that you may have to maintain. For instance, so key personnel will be here, BBFN, the key contacts.
Okay.
So we application on your key contacts. Key contacts will be the person that will be liaising between the organization and the Home Office. Okay. Such a key contact can be your solicitor. Okay. And does not necessarily have to be you. If you're a busy business owner, you can simply just put that over there and then that will work for you. Then you need authorizing officer. Unfortunately, authorizing officer, you cannot outsource authorizing officer. Authorizing officer, and some person before for now or man. It needs to be a paid employee or work within the business or a company and a senior personnel or the authority to manage the authorizing officer role. However, the other key personnel are level 1 user. Level 1 user have the authority to go on the portal to allocate course or manage or migrant activity or almost everything or portal. At any point in time, there must be somebody with a level 1 user status or company anymore. And yes, losing access to the portal. Enya authorizing officer who at the same time or a level 1 user and your problem. It is possible, it's doable. Enya level 1 user, not on my level authorizing officer. However, not a lawyer also a level 1 user because if the person a lawyer na a managing organization. Lawyer cannot be an authorizing officer, but your lawyer can be a level 1 user to manage the system for you.
Okay. If
on penance now person lawyer a level 2 user. And also possible. What that means is obetimi akomu akohwe de ekoso, but he cannot operate or portal for you. Ontimi enye any changes. Ontimi manage migrant activity. If you be ambeju person lawyer and report. So ontimi yes, there's a bit of restriction for the level 2 users.
Okay.
By your honor, we will advise you what is appropriate for the business, and we will help you organize and manage the license.
You opare ya chia pa ya breno aso studio ni be kate your office here. Na when ya semo we eso pese ohun say skilled worker obi a obotre eka ho ana.
Yeah, as a skilled worker, obi obotre very skilled, you see, and say the American, the job itself, you must need an A level and above to be able to do it. Into won't say obi ohonoma obotre, but or other things it be a chemical screw or the way you timonia dear wako who school near dear into for such a person, yes, or wait but as a skilled worker. But sebe if the pana all banner only the humane pen or the boat then it may be difficult say the parabet as a trade, we hairdressers, depending on what they need to do, depending on the job description, may qualify another skilled worker route. Yes.
Okay. You better lawyer I say na ebusia said you unim no and some na ye ya no ye ntimi yi na no pi ntino eno de me kan farmer say but modern I say obekọ Fortwell Solicitors omo aseye na omo timi nya abotre no watna se na o question bia e chiro so no omo timi eyi ano amount number no umfa ya mame ensign suma and afi no share ewo YouTube and I say Facebook at the screen so and inti betimi aboa ama wafa number na free honomo and inti bomoden ya frɛ wo mo mesa AC so at the amount so who was screen so am see so the amount for pen na etro say omo office line no ye 0203 325 7030 0203 325 7030 and that's say mobile 07944 976161 you better operate say one who say watch mobile number no e dey ato platform ne so kra so nti say won't me intermediate na make na eda so e na eda screen so ma wo say obetimi afa na wafre Fortwell na omo etimi aboa fefefe lawyer bibi wo ha wo de beta to e de amaye na ye de ewie dwumedi ana.
Oh, made that etiofonia assay, and I also remind etiofor say apart from immigration, we practice in other areas, family, employment, civil litigation, wills and probate. So also be away in office, our Honzi, a bank 10 Park Lane, and as a Wood Green Station, and as a Honzi station, with me Monday to Friday, 9:30 to 5:30. So also be all Milton Keynes, so every Thursday be the office in Echo Milton Keynes. And one is over free office on near book your appointments near the address and amount what be initial consultation free. We don't charge anything for initial consultation. Wait me do immigration papers about wait me do refusal letter there about wait me the will change of name deed anything be a person would be beyond and there be here never born wait me yeah that's the brace and joining. Bye.
Yebeda obibi ase enu ntimi sro a unya nhye abomodin ahye maye unya like abomodin like maye kai hu se dwumedie ebeda GN Radio page or Facebook and also YouTube at a honum. Until so when to me and join here from the beginning na ubeti me ako na wakobo na weti in the back na wahuni ye kaye na de apply to you no wafa emu advice so dear from nyame ya aduma na wotwe send ye besa abawa kwan so Fortwell Solicitors na ya baba besummo ewo ye questions a ye de ba be chire niema mu ma wo enti no bomodin asa obetemu kutu se benade bia eye no ndubu a 10 eba na ya hyase na ya sorry so 11 me chire dubu ako enu nti hyene so efa maye lawyer ene ye ni di dwumadi ne se de wonim no as usual ne din ne nsesada lawyer Daniel Kwe ena ene ye ne sumye me di dwumadi hu chia me mama len ye beda wase seda ne da ye ba we ye aso na wotie na wo hwe dwumadi eso emaye na wo share so nyame enhira ye nyina onka ye ho na wonbo ye nyina ye ho ban na won san fa me hia na wo twe sene enti aha na ye di obesi ye da asese wotie lawyer. Thank you so much. Have a lovely day.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
You too. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
You are listening to GN Radio UK.
Yo, Ghana for you want English approach my moha. Ya swedi. yenya emranimfo a won akwadare wo emrani mu a poto kasa mu ye kasa a lawyer for entimi nuanom mumyemfa ye immigration ensem nyina enko dan wo mo Fortwell Solicitors emranimu akuku drofo se watna ha che ombebua wo ma wonsa ka won krata na se wedi edron so a eyom kokokra eba ni nipa setena mu ani adwuma mu nsem bia omudim akotene pa omu wo mre di mani pa bia na de nika wo mu mpone se no consultation fee.
Fortwell Solicitors always puts our clients' needs first. We specialize in all UK visa applications, detention and deportation cases, student and work points-based work permit applications from both UK and abroad. Fortwell Solicitors also deals with long residence and human rights applications outside the immigration rules. Don't wait till last minute. Fortwell Solicitors is located at
Unit 1, ground floor, Katrina House, 58 Clarendon Road, London, N80DJ. Nearest tube station, Tempark Lane and Wood Green. Overground, Hornsey Station. Buses 41 to Archway and 144 to Maswell Hill. For more info, call 0203 3257 030. Call our 24-hour line on 0754 8701 011. Website www.fortwellsolicitors.com.
opening hours Monday to Friday 9:30 to 5:30 p.m.
Thursday Beyonce Young Milton Keynes.
Fortwell Solicitors is regulated by SRA.
Fortwell Solicitors.
You are listening to GN Radio UK.
This is GN Radio UK.